I want you to imagine this for a moment. You've been on a spiritual journey for some time now, or maybe you're just starting. You read books, you meditate, you practice mindfulness, you seek wisdom. But despite all of this, something still feels off, doesn't it? There's a nagging sense that you're not fully free, not completely at peace. And the truth is, there's something you're holding on to, something that binds you more tightly than anything else. And it's this one thing that highly spiritual people, those truly aligned with the universe, eventually quit. It's something so deceptively simple, so deeply ingrained in us, that we rarely even notice it. But when you let it go, everything changes. Trust me. What is it, you ask? It's the need for control.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
Now, before you brush that off and say, "I don't have control issues," let's dive deeper. I'm not just talking about control over other people or situations. I'm talking about the subtle, insidious ways we try to control life itself. You see, we often think that spiritual growth is about adding more things, more practices, more rituals, more knowledge. But in reality, it's about subtraction. It's about letting go. And the need for control is at the root of so much suffering. Think about it. When you try to control your life, your relationships, or even the outcomes of your spiritual journey, what happens? Frustration, disappointment, fear. You resist the flow of the universe. You cling to how you think things should be, and in doing so, you cut yourself off from how they could be. You create a wall between yourself and true freedom. Let me ask you a question. What would happen if, for just one day, you stopped trying to control anything? What if you allowed life to unfold exactly as it is, without interference? Would you feel liberated, or would you feel terrified? Most of us would probably feel a little bit of both. But here's the thing, highly spiritual people quit the need for control because they've realized something profound. They've realized that control is an illusion. The tighter you grip, the more life slips through your fingers. So the first step is awareness. Start noticing the small ways you try to control life. Maybe it's in how you react when things don't go your way. Or maybe it's in your constant planning for the future, trying to make sure every detail fits perfectly into your vision. Once you see it, you can begin to let it go. And when you do, everything starts to shift. I want you to sit with this question: what am I trying to control right now that's keeping me from peace? Now that we've peeled back the first layer, let's go even deeper. You see, the need for control is not just about managing external circumstances. It's also about controlling how you feel. We all have this deep-seated desire to avoid discomfort, to dodge pain. And so we create these internal walls, trying to keep out anything that feels unpleasant. But here's the paradox: by trying to control your emotions, you end up trapped by them. Think about it. When you resist sadness, does it go away? No. It lingers, festers, becomes heavier. When you try to suppress anger, does it vanish? No. It simmers beneath the surface, waiting for the perfect moment to erupt. By trying to control your emotions, you actually give them more power. And this is where highly spiritual people truly distinguish themselves. They quit trying to control their emotions. Instead, they allow themselves to feel fully without judgment, without resistance. Here's the truth: emotions are like waves. They rise, they peak, they fall. But if you try to stop the wave, you get caught in it. You drown in it. But if you allow it to pass, you come out the other side, lighter, clearer, more at peace. So many of us spend our lives running from certain emotions. We think that spiritual growth means always being happy, always being calm. But true spirituality embraces all of it, the light and the dark, the joy and the pain. Because only when you stop trying to control what you feel can you truly be free. Ask yourself, what emotion am I running from right now? What would happen if I just let myself feel it without trying to change it? This is the key, my friend. When you quit the need to control your emotions, you unlock a new level of inner peace. You stop being a victim of your feelings, and instead you become an observer of them. You realize that you are not your emotions, you are the awareness behind them. And this shift changes everything. Now, here's the final piece of the puzzle. Once you've let go of the need to control your circumstances and your emotions, there's one more thing to quit. And this one is the hardest. It's the need to control the outcome. You see, we're conditioned to believe that we can and should control the future. We plan, we strategize, we set goals, all in the hope of creating a certain outcome. But highly spiritual people know that the future is not something you can manipulate. It's not something you can control. The future is pure mystery. And the more you try to control it, the more you close yourself off from the infinite possibilities that life has in store for you. Surrender. That's the word that most spiritual teachers use, but it's often misunderstood. Surrender doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It means trusting that life knows what it's doing, even when you don't. Trusting that the universe has a plan for you that's bigger and more beautiful than anything you could ever imagine. I know this is hard. We all want certainty. We all want to feel like we have control over where we're headed. But here's the truth: when you quit trying to control the outcome, you open yourself up to miracles. You stop trying to force life into a box and instead allow it to unfold in ways that are far beyond your wildest dreams. So here's my final question for you. Are you willing to trust? Are you willing to let go of your need to control the future and surrender to life's flow? When you quit this one thing control, you don't lose anything. In fact, you gain everything. You gain freedom. You gain peace. You gain a deeper connection to the divine flow of life. And that, my friend, is when everything changes.